Engineer turned horticulture specialist Biju Narayanan shares his bit-by-bit course of high-thickness cultivating and how it assists him with boosting yield even in restricted spaces. Biju Narayanan, a previous specialist, quit his profession around a long time back to take up cultivating. He says he has forever been keen on the field and his family claimed a couple of sections of land of Elastic Ranch in Canner. Be that as it may, the land was overflowing with elastic estates, which he stressed would ultimately debase the dirt quality. So Biju chose to chop them down after the primary round of reap and establish leafy foods, all things considered. This was the way he took on full-time cultivating. I was at that point exhausted with corporate work. I thought, why squander life doing the unremarkable occupation when there is sufficient land to cultivate in my local spot, he says. Biju got going by developing pepper and cashew, two costly and well-known crops filled in Kerala. Afterward, he moved to establishing broad assortments of natural products alone by carrying out high-thickness cultivating or high-thickness establishing framework. For the most part, organic products in Kerala are reaped throughout the late spring. To make the produce accessible consistently, both territorial and unfamiliar assortments must be planted. I have effectively drilled this on my 95 section of land ranch. This should be possible any place, regardless of whether the plot is little, says Biju, proprietor of Ulical Agro Homesteads in Canner. He says that picking this strategy assisted him with getting twofold the typical yield from 33% of the space expected in customary organic product cultivating. A normal of 80 kilograms of each natural product is gathered from my homestead each season. Another benefit is that the reap endures all as the year progressed, as numerous assortments of natural products, both territorial and colorful, are developed. He explains, I did broad perusing and accepted exhortation from experienced ranchers in the region in any case. It was likewise an experimentation cycle which gets refined each season, he adds. What is high-thickness cultivating? This strategy for cultivating focuses on proficient utilization of land to increment yield without expanding how much space utilized. Biju makes sense of this as a logical cultivating framework wherein a bigger number of plants are obliged in a more modest region. This is the same as standard cultivating, with the exception of it needs better preparation. As a rule in Kerala, ranchers start natural product ranches by having some expertise in a couple of territorial assortments like mango or jackfruit. This will require an enormous plot as both these trees are excessively verdant. In any case, in the event that both verdant and non-verdant natural product trees are coordinated on a solitary plot, it guarantees full use of the space and homestead items. As such, while a dime property can hold up to 10 trees through customary cultivating, deciding on high-thickness cultivating will allow you to establish more than 50 trees of numerous assortments. A couple of months prior, the 53-year-old aided a backer named KL Abdul Salam develop natural product trees on his 12-penny property. Abdul develops around 80 kinds of natural product trees on his 12-penny land. This assists him with getting no less than one harvest whenever of the year, and requires less costs for ranch inputs like manures, work and pesticides. Biju has been involving this technique for around 3 years. High-thickness development is a powerful strategy to expand efficiency of high-esteem business crops, particularly natural products. Aside from exceptional returns, it expands the effectiveness of expensive homestead inputs. He adds that India's climatic condition, and particularly Kerala's, is tropical in nature, which is great for organic product cultivating. And, after it's all said and done, we are no place on the rundown of top organic product creating nations of the world. By picking HDPS, one can twofold creation and present outlandish unfamiliar assortments on their territory, notes Biju. Aside from his 95 section of land ranch, Biju likewise runs a nursery and sells vegetables, natural products, blossoms, decorative and different plants. On a normal, he collects 80 kilograms of each organic product from the ranch, he says. On Abdul's homestead, we have established 5 assortments, every one of mango, guava, jackfruit, rambutan, chiku, mangosteen, custard apple, seedless lemon, java plum, jabuticaba, araza boy, santal, longan, keppel apple, and the sky is the limit from there. Be that as it may, planting and really focusing on crops is marginally unexpected here in comparison to an ordinary cultivating, he adds. Biju makes sense of the bit-by-bit course of high-thickness cultivating. 1. As a matter of some importance, the technique can't be carried out without master help. Somebody who has previously set up such a ranch can help. 2. Keep a hole of 2.5 meters between two plants. 3. Pick the plant saplings from any nurseries or experienced ranchers. Ensure they have been developed naturally. 4. Select the plants in light of how they will develop. Picking an excessive number of trees that will develop high or become verdant won't be a decent choice in high-thickness cultivating, Biju says. 5. Plant them such that less verdant plants are set close to those with more cover. This will guarantee appropriate daylight for each. In addition, picking such a large number of verdant plants will prompt them occupying more room. This will diminish the quantity of plants you can develop. 7. Ensure that establishes that will develop tall are not set close to short ones. This will likewise confine daylight, and the taller plant will utilize additional supplements from the dirt, which will limit the more limited one's development. 8. The initial 3 years in the wake of establishing the sapling are the main, Biju notes. During this time, you ought to prune and prepare the plants, which thusly will conclude how sound they will be. 9. Preparing alludes to controlling the bearing, shape and size of plants by winding, bowing or attaching the plants. Standard preparation helps change the shape, size, and bearing of plant development. 10. Pruning is the act of specifically eliminating plant parts to control them so you can develop more plants in less space. 11. Swear off utilizing substance manures and pesticides, as these won't give a genuine thought of how the plants are developing. Use excrement like manure, cow fertilizer and neem oil cake to guarantee natural development. 12. In the event that there are any plant assortments that needn't bother with a great deal of room, place them in pots, drums or develop sacks to save more space. 13. Assuming the plot has lopsided daylight dispersion, make sure to likewise establish the saplings. Crops that don't require a lot of daylight can be put in obscure regions. 14. Practically all assortments will begin giving organic products following 3 years. Customary watering or preparing won't be required post this.